let's see. Let me. There we go. That's okie dokie. This is pretty complicated new desktop format to learn on the fly, but it's fine. We'll be fine. We'll go back to deck building here in our deck that will probably go like 1 and 2. This is not a very good deck, I don't think. We were definitely in the wrong colors for our seat. We should have been a sweet black-blue deck, and I just missed all the signals. I tunneled in on our cast-outs and just built a very mediocre deck. But we can try and make it work. We've got Oketras Monument, which is a very, very strong card, regardless of our circumstances. And okay, so options that we have. I still like the Cradle of the Accursed. I think I want to play 17 lands, but I want to play the Cradle because with Oketras Monument we need to pay. It basically means that our white creatures cost the same amount, and our red creatures cost 1 more if we want to make a little dude. So we don't have quite as low of a curve as it looks like. Plus we've got all these 4s that I do like. Okay. So if we were going to remove stuff, Impeccable Timing is probably something I'd get rid of. Possibly also Pathmaker Initiate, but I think it's fine. I really like this Nefcrop Entangler. It's a, I don't know, kind of a what is it, a 3/3? Sort of a 3/3. It tramples, which is relevant. I like this guy a lot. He might be more costly than I am allowing for, but I think we've got it. Like, we can always discard a Victory, you know, discard Onward and just cast Victory from our graveyard. I think that would be fine. So these Pursue Glories, I mean, they cycle, but we've got these Talkrop Elites for our kind of Alpha Strike situations. Maybe we've got the Inoketra's Name. I like this because it's an instant, and I don't know. We've got a couple of zombies. This Mummy, those who serve, these mummies. It weirds me out that mummies are zombies, but I mean that's what they are. They're just wrapped up, less smelly zombies. I guess that's fine. Oh yeah, Fanbearer's a zombie. So a decent number of our dudes do get that bonus from Oketras. Visits. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this Impeccable Timing is just not what we really need. Yeah, because we're not going to be... We don't really care about creatures attacking us. Anything that's really a threat we can cast out, and we want to be on the offensive anyway. And we're going to want to be tapping out for creatures if we can, rather than holding this up as a combat trick. Alright, so let's put in the Cradle of the Accursed. So counting this as like half a land, since we want to sacrifice it at some point. Yeah, I think this will be really good in our deck. I think it'll be a way to sort of help us get in underneath control decks, and it can also be kind of an emergency dude if we get behind. 10-6, kind of like 9-7. Or do we go 8-8? Yeah, because a lot of these things are... Let's just go 8-8. I don't want to be sitting there with our 2-drops in hand, not able to cast it. Oh, we don't want forest. Okay. All right. Well, let's give it a shot. Like I said, I feel like this is a a 1 and 2 or maybe a 2 and 1 deck, but you never know. You never know. So I tried a couple of things with the volume. I tried reducing the volume. I did some stuff. Hopefully it works and it's not quite as loud. One of these days I'll figure a stable setup. But, ooh. I mean, we've got 8 red sources, but this hand doesn't do anything until turn 4 if we don't draw one. I don't know how well we mulligan, but I think we're going to find out. This hand is similarly awful. Let's go to 5. There we go. I don't think we want that. I mean, it's kind of a dude, but... Well, hold on. We could... Nah, we wouldn't be able to play it until turn 4 anyway, and... Yeah, we'll bottom it. We actually got kind of a cool curve out here. We can fan bearer into binding mummy, tap their dude, attack for 1. I mean, they'll be at 19. We can't lose. Yeah, Gustwalker. That's a much better creature. Well. We'll still get in for 1. Whenever another zombie enters the battlefield. That's interesting. Okay, well, I did not read that card then. Still fine. I mean, it means he has to exert. Sorry, I'm going with he because we're facing off against Stuntman Stu. Normally I don't gender my opponents, but I feel in this case I'm just gonna cycle a Scorpion, huh? Missing land drops. Well, at least we have those. Well, they hit it. So, I don't think that we are favored to win this game. We have 3 cards to their 4 and 2 of them are lands. Meh, it's fine. We'll get there. I accept being blue-black. Like I really should always be. I mean, here we can just do that and get in for 2. I don't care that he's got an untapped fan bearer right now. We're not doing anything. I will discard this mountain. I give no fucks. Oh dear. I'm trying to keep the stream PG-13 these days, but whatever. It's been a long day, folks. It's been a long day. Okay, so here we can I don't know that I really feel like using cast out on either of his dudes here. We could attack with our mummy, and if he... I don't know. It seems pretty poor using Oketra's name just to get in 3 damage and kill his dude. That seems fine. I don't know. Then we're trading back for 3. Nah, we'll just... Probably making this a harder decision than I need to be. Than it needs to be. We'll just offer the trade and leave up Fan Bearer and cast out. Whatnot. Okay. He might have raised dead or something. Ugh. This is non-land permanent, right? Yeah. This is okay with me. We'll just... It doesn't... I mean, they're gonna attack or not, regardless of what we do. So... Whee! Peace. You will get no value here. Which is good. Ugh. Currently losing the race. This guy just a 2-1 right now. I guess we can just pass, tap their dude. Nah. We did mull to 5, so I'm glad that we're still alive. We survived the Gustwalker onslaught. I guess our opponent did stumble on lands, which helped us a little. Cycling and Unburden, okay. I'll allow it. He might be tapping our dude. This might just be a fan bearer off. Yep. Alright, well. See who top decks something first. We've got plenty of lands, our opponent doesn't. But that kind of means they have spells. I don't relish the thought of what they're going to play on 5. Oh no, breaking parity. Ah. Okay. Well, here we have a choice. We have some choices. We can use the Trial of Zeal to kill one of his attackers, or we can just kill the fan bearer. That frees up the rest of his mana, but we do need to eventually kill him. I think I want to kill the fan bearer. Yeah. We'll see if they, like, tap in response or something. I don't know. Probably. I would, if I were them. I certainly would. They're thinking about something. Oh, they're in the bathroom. By the way, I'm going to take a sip of water. It's good for me. Alright. Yeah. There they go. We'll just have one of their dudes. I guess we'll tap the Gustwalker, since he could, in theory, just attack and exert, knowing that we would want to be tapping it down for future turns or something. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, alright. punished for playing this card pretty hard. Our deck is terrible. Let's be real here. Why don't we do this? Oh, okay. We just have a bunch of terrible attacks, don't we? We can attack and exert this dude. That seems fine, actually. And we can maybe... Well, I think we want the fan bearer on defense, so... Let's do that. And we've got this mediocre combat trick, if we want it. Okay. I feel like we're losing this game pretty handily. It's okay. We'll suffer our beats and... Pretty much dead on board. Yeah, we're gonna give up the ghost. So we're facing off against a basically superior version of our deck. This could be fine, actually. Kind of unbeatable. This seems pretty poor. Let's just do that, maybe, and maybe put this in, help our dudes win against the mirror match. So this seems fine. Maybe we don't really want this card here. I mean, they're kind of going wide too. All right, let's give this a shot. Maybe impeccable timing was a correct choice here. Again, we have to mulligan. And even playing 17 lands, I'm being a good boy and being punished horribly for it. So unlucky. All right, well. Put that on top. This is okay, though. I mean, this isn't a good hand. It has lands and spells. But Binding Mummy helps. Play a creature. Sure. Got a dude. Hey, red mana. That's cool. I kind of want to cast this turn, and then the initiate next turn. Like, I don't really care about attacking yet anyway. Rather wait to try and get some card advantage. Bum, bum, bum. Another fan bearer. Well, they only have 2 mana total, so I'm not super concerned about. Yeah, like, we're never getting past that dude. We might as well trade. We don't have so many zombies that leaving it around is likely to pay off for us. So, yeah, here we can just cast this. See, that's a much better card than that Plains. Alright, now we've got a 3-2, which I guess is cool. I mean, we can trade for one of their fan bearers, I guess. Though they'll probably just tap it down. Well, we don't have a land for this. We do not have the correct monument. Tap our dude. Yeah. We will certainly control a tapped creature for this, so that's cool. Oh, Ketra's monument. Fortunately, they're a little choked on mana, so it's not the worst. I don't know why you wouldn't attack with one of your fan bearers there. I really don't. Oh, they're letting me trade. I think that's fine. Nah. I really want a dude from this. I guess I'll trade with one of their fan bearers. Yeah, you were one. Like, we won't get our dude, but we got rid of one of the fan bearers, and that's something, I guess. Oh, and he ripped another land. Compulsory rest. Okay, well. Well, that's exciting. Yeah, I guess let's play this guy. And quit. See, now we've got a 3/3 flyer. Now we're getting somewhere. There's other creatures, right? Oh, no, just creatures you control. So we can exert it. It gets +1/+1 if we exert it. But we're definitely losing damage if we do that, so we don't want to. He will presumably exert that. By the way, Tyler's stopping by to grab his jacket. We're not gonna trade for his dude. I guessed that I would, like, Yeah. Tapper dude. See? Cradle of the Accursed. Rock. Now we got a 3/3 that I definitely don't mind trading with this Crop Spear Master. Ret Crop Spear Master. Wrap your mouth around that one. Yeah, we'll take 4. Whatever. I really like Exert as a mechanic. The math is always just so fun. Oh, and their Sparring Mummy comes in and adapts it. Brutal. Maybe we should be playing more of these. I don't know. Maybe it's a lost cause. Alright, well... Let's see what he does here. Probably taps the elite. Yeah. I don't think we're not the aggro deck. We're just gonna play another dude and hope to kind of get there. We can, when we have some extra mana, we can sacrifice this guy, which is fine. Gain some life. Slow down our inevitable demise. He's just grinding out so much value over there. It's not a Not a winning proposition. I think we'll be okay against control decks. Like we've got some creatures that are kind of low to the ground, and we can get some value from our monuments. But yeah, I think I was forcing the wrong draft. But it's cool. It was a really good learning experience. Because sometimes in these sets you can do what I did and just kind of draft a mediocre aggro-y deck and with a lot of removal and get there. And we might find that that's the case against other archetypes, but not against this one. I think white-black is where these want to be. I don't know what white-red wants to be doing. I guess exerting a lot. Okay. Yes, I'll make you show me a combat trick or trade. I'm not. Well, this Plains will hang on to for. We'll give him a target to tap. I do think I want to get in the air here. Not exerting. I guess he wants to tap him on defense. I don't know why I didn't attack then. I think we're both. Is this where he? Oh, I see. He was going to final reward it regardless of what we did. Okay. So not punished for our poor play. Not punished at all. Yeah, actually, I guess we can. Oh. Yeah, I know I'm not reading chat. I'm sorry, everyone. Let's see. Oh, more mic. I bet I can do more mic. Hold on. Okay, how about now? Is that better? We're operating on shoestrings here. I'll twiddle with it some more once we've finished getting thoroughly trounced. Let's see. I really wish that my TV had a Twitch app. And that folks is game. I think we're just dead on board. So we're done. That's fine. This is why we joined a Swiss draft, so that I don't have to spend a bunch of money to give you more than one match. All right, so let's take a look at our pile here, and let's also, how's the is it can go up slightly more? Okay, yes, it can definitely go up slightly more. We can let's see. All right, let's try this. How's that doing? Better. Better butter? Okay, so I think we want this other sparring mummy in here. Like, we've got a zillion 4s, but that's fine. Maybe we want. I don't know what we're doing anymore. So we definitely this card I vastly overestimated. So we can just do this and just have a marginally better deck. I think that's fine. It's almost too good. Okay, well, I'll move it slightly away from my face, and then we'll be right where we want to be. Okay, so stuff that I wanted that game that I didn't have: creatures. We've got 15 creatures. We're not lacking for those. We're just slow. I think we'll just try this slight variation and see if that gets us there. We'll give it a shot. And maybe now we even have all the settings right. I'm not thrilled with this hand, but we can cycle this guy away if we don't hit a plains by turn 3. Boom! Like we planned it. We can play a mountain, giving the impression that we're aggressive. Another white-black deck, Now I kind of want to play the Binding Mummy first. Sure. We don't have any other zombies fresh off the block, but... we've got some stuff that we can do. Might play the Monument next turn. I'm more inclined to play this Specialist. We don't... I mean, we'll cast this guy eventually one way or another, and I kind of want to get a bigger board presence going. 4 mountains. We're getting the lands we need. That's good. No use in attacking. We could compulsory rest his guy, and then, like, cycle the Ceradon, but that... I don't know. That seems pretty defensive. I'd rather just get kind of aggro here. I mean, I know we haven't dealt any damage yet, but... this Anointer Priest is not pressuring us too much. I mean, yeah, this guy can attack us, but sure, we'll trade 3 for whatever. Yeah. No incentive not to attack since I'm effortlessly. Oh, and he untaps this dude. Alright, well that's fine. On to victory! I love these cards. They're so cool. I love the names that... yeah. So here, I kind of want a compulsory resistance something. Probably this guy? I don't know. Maybe the Mummy. Depends on whether we... like, we can't attack with this guy regardless, because the Anointed Priest is just gonna step in front of him and say, flat. So I think we... I think we just take down the bigger dude. I feel like we're going to be on the offensive pretty much this whole game. Yeah, so let's do this. Like, yeah, this guy is... whatever. So, if we attack with this and he double blocks, we do trade for one of his guys. So maybe we want to attack with both to make sure that doesn't happen. Or that, you know, we get some damage in even if he does decide to take that trade. I kind of like that. It at least gives him some tricky combat. That's fine too. If we lose this match, I think I will drop. I don't think we're learning too much from playing this deck a third time. That's pretty good. I think I probably would have done the same. And this is going to be really impossible to race now. Ouch. Okay. Hey, Danny Dubs. This is the first Amonkhet draft that I've done. It is, hold on just a second. I have to give someone a jacket. Good.
Thank you.
No problem. See ya. Alright. Tyler can be a man of few words. That is to his credit in this circumstance. Yeah, this is my first Amonkhet draft, and it was abysmal. I completely ignored every signal and tunneled in on a first pick cast out, and should have been in blue-black. But I've seen a couple of drafts and online, and I love the set. Like, as soon as I saw the spoiler, I knew that it was going to be one of my favorite sets. Okay, so I kind of want to cast this monument here, and just, I don't know, hang out for a second, take another 4 next turn. Yeah, sorry, opponent. Vanished for a second. I mean, to be fair, this was kind of a tricky turn. Yeah, I think this is an excellent limited format. I think that there are a lot of different archetypes that are viable. I think a lot of the different color combinations they really nailed. I'm not super feeling this whole red-white thing, but I think I didn't quite get the idea correct. And we were also being cut off pretty heavily from both sides. Like, I feel like I need this dude to win, but maybe we should have cycled in a long time ago. I don't know. We'll just kind of pass the turn and take our lumps and... It's okay. Next draft will be better. Gains a couple of life. A compulsory rest is such a cool card. And it's so great. I love all of these pacifisms that are specifically weaker slightly in the set where they're printed. Like this is weaker in a set where you have embalm creatures. Any creature you enchant with this can sacrifice itself and get value. I mean, you can still do it for sure, but yeah, it's not just straight up pacifism, and it's just the flavor is great. But if you play it in most other sets, I mean, there aren't that many, you know, sure, they gain a couple of life, whatever. Sometimes you just rather have it removed from the board anyway. I mean, I guess giving the opponent options is always going to make something. Soul Stinger. Blech. I think we just play the Ceradon and... Gosh, this is brutal. Yeah, we just play the Ceradon and block all his dudes and... I don't think we want to... And we don't care about getting more land. We'll just hang back and block some stuff and trade away our board, and we'll have this... I don't know. Bone Picker. That's a good card. So another option that we, in theory, have is to, like, double block here. Oh, he just chose not to attack. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe he's expecting something like this. This, if we cast both halves of this on the Ceradon, we deal 24 damage, which is almost enough to kill him. Which is why he left everybody back to block. Maybe playing around that exact card. It's possible. And we like didn't loot last turn, so he knows we've got something. Okay. What's the play? Attack with Ceradon and, I don't know, onward it if he blocks. I mean, he has no incentive to double block. He can just block with either one of these, presumably the Soul Stinger. I don't know. Depends on what he's doing. This is just a tough turn. I think I kind of want to do nothing. I just want to play this guy. And not loot. Or pillage, or whatever. Like, we would get some value, but I feel like this is going to be how we win this game. We don't have a ton of outs anyway, so... Yeah, I think we just passed the turn. I mean, this way, if he attacks again, we still trade our boards, so whatever he draws is very relevant. I'm assuming that he doesn't have removal in hand if he didn't play it last turn to get in with these guys. I just feel like that, or at least this one. Trying to think of what he could have. He could have that, now if he had the 2 -1/-1 counter card, he just would have blasted our 3/1 and, I don't know, maybe shrunk our Mummy or our Ceradon. Probably shrunk our Ceradon. Still trades off, but... Cartouche of Ambition. Well, rip Ret Crop Spearmaster. I assume. He could also put it on the Elite so that he can get in with the Bone Picker. Like, that doesn't seem like the worst. It makes combat less complicated for him. He can just start swinging with that in the air and leave his dudes down to block our stuff. I mean, if it were me, I'd rather get the potential threat off the board. So I mean, 4 damage, 4 power's a lot. I mean, if we quadruple it, it's 16. But whatever. I think I also might be a little bit stuck in a Kaladesh set of heuristics when it comes to white-red. What did he do? Yeah, just put it up here. Where it was super aggressive, and you just wanted to be... Oh yeah, now it's a 4/3 now anyway, so it can just attack in with impunity. We're not going to chump, we're just going to take 4 and... Well, that's a powerful card. But I don't know. It's what we need right here. So our options are kind of. I mean, we have to play one of our cards this turn, otherwise we're just gonna die. But one thing we could do is just leave. He's got this 4/3 now. Yeah, I think we're toast, folks. Yeah. All right. Well, that's okay. This draft was. Oh, hey Genja, how's it going? Yeah, like I could try and draw out my suffering, but I don't really feel inclined to do so. I think we're gonna just give our opponent this one. Our opponent had a pretty solid deck. I mean, just black white value. Um, we didn't put up too much of a fight, so it's hard to gauge. But okay, so oh, that was just game one. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess we get to run it back. Impeccable timing seems okay here. All our X1s seem pretty bad. But we don't have a lot of options. I mean, we don't want to get rid of creatures, really. Hazaret's Monument seems awful. Let's just take that out. We only have a couple of red creatures anyway, and it's not... I mean, we're going to get flooded this game, and I'm going to draw our Impeccable Timing instead of that, and we're going to QQ. But what can you do? I still think it's the right decision. This just deals with some of his stuff that we have a hard time handling with all our mediocre cards. I don't know. It's not the worst deck I've ever drafted. I've drafted some pretty poor decks, so the bar is low. But I mean, I think it's fine. Cast Out is a really cool card. I like it a lot. The fact that it has Flash is just fantastic. Instant speed, unconditional removal is amazing. There is some enchantment removal. And of course they can always cast out your cast out. But I don't know. Our opponent is probably using the restroom. Any other changes we should make? I still like Onward to Victory. I know it just was a brick in our hand that whole game, but we weren't ever able to get in. And did we mulligan? Mulligan again? No, I don't know. I guess last match we could have cited in Violent Impact against his Monument, but that still seems bad. This just isn't a good spell, I don't think. Even for a cycler, it's pretty mediocre. It's just not a very artifact-heavy set, although there are a few really good ones. Edifice of Authority. Edifice of Authority is excellent. You do use different kinds of lands, and they get a lot of cool artists. Yeah, Magic art is some of the best game art in all of games, all of history. We'll play first. This is a good hand. I can keep this hand. So the question here is whether to play out the Fanbearer turn 1, or do we want to try and get value off of Oketra's Monument? I feel like we're going to draw another creature before turn 4, so I want to play this out, especially since it's either tap something with Fanbearer or play Compulsory Rest on turn 2 currently, and neither of those is necessarily guaranteed to happen, or guaranteed to need happening. So yeah, Genja, basically the way Magic works is there are 5 different colors. Each color has strengths and weaknesses that are pretty rich and complex, but they're fairly intuitive. Like black is actually am going to just play the mountain and see what they're doing, because I don't want to get magma sprayed turn 1. This is kind of important to our gameplay. I know I didn't share that thought process with you, but I'm not going to go through all the colors. That'll take too much time and brain power. But anyway, there are 5 different colors, different strengths and weaknesses, and so when you're playing a limited format like this, where you're just sort of picking cards to build a deck as you go. I guess he doesn't have magma spray, so whatever. We will do this, and we will get value off of the monument and the fan bearer. Since we haven't drawn another land, we don't know that we'll be able to play the elite on curves. So you generally want to balance out 2 or more colors. Now, the more colors you play, the more powerful your deck can be, because you gain access to more of those strengths and you shore up all of those weaknesses. But it becomes more difficult to cast your spells because you need different lands to do so. And balancing it out can be very difficult. So basically, it's a game of trading off resources. You either have power or you have consistency. You either have versatility or you have speed. You can have aggression but no ability to interact with your opponent, really. Or the other way around, you can have no pressure for quite some time, but you're able to deny your opponent the resources that they need to win the game, and then just sort of squeeze them out. It's the best game ever made, hands down. I mean, I think you could maybe make arguments for other games, but I think that I dismiss those arguments. Anyway, I'll stop jabbering about that stuff and actually play. There are a bunch of 15 different colors. There are a bunch of different combinations of colors. So there are 10 different there are 10 different pairs of colors. They are just swimming in land here. So here I kind of want to play a fan bearer. Make a dude. Wait, does it just make a dude? Oh, I don't have to pay for it? Oh, I should read these cards. Wow, that's insane. I had no idea it was good. Well, that made this play significantly worse. I would have just played this card. Might as well. Just use our mana. We're never really going to want a 2/4 on the board anyway with our tiny little dudes. We're going to want to tap down other stuff with this guy. I don't know. We'll figure something out. He's stuck on white mana, which is nice. Though the first swamp he gets, he can use Final Rest, Final Exile a creature for 5 mana. Okay. All the mana. I guess we can, like, send in a dude. We could tap this guy down. I don't know, do we want to tap our board down to get 1 damage? I mean, we can just tap this guy to make him unblockable. We can, of course, I really want to play this guy this turn. That's pretty important. So what's he going to do next turn? He's going to want to attack with this mummy, right? And we're not going to be blocking regardless because we don't want to 2-for-1 ourselves. So we may as well make this guy unblockable and get him for 1 damage. He's got vigilance, so like we can still chump, I guess, if we need to. Yar. guess we'll just always yield to that and get our dudes. Okay. See, this is what I had in mind when I initially built this deck. Is going wide, having 5 attackers on the board by turn 5. And then, you know, using these guys to get in a bunch of damage. Unfortunately, these aren't quite as powerful as I expected them to be, given the format. So I think here what I want to do is tap down the mummy, and attack with these 3, exerting them maybe, making one of them unblockable, possibly. Alternatively, I could also attack with this Pathmaker. It's not doing a super good job of anything right now, but it will be really useful if we can get this elite unblockable once he plays one of his bats or something. So I don't really like trading this off, which he probably would do with the devoted Huzits. Since, I mean, he was pretty quick to want to get rid of that last time anyway. So that means we might as well use it to get in at least 2 points of damage. We could even... so we can block one of them with this guy regardless. The reason why I want to attack is so that we can play this supply caravan and get value. We could just attack with this in the air, play the caravan, and like not exert, and just have a really big swing next turn. I kind of like that. That way we can save this for well, we won't be able to use it on defense, but yeah, let's just do that. Let's just fly over for 2. Get a million dudes. And then next turn we can just swing in for, like, I don't know, 2, 4, 6, 8, 11, 13, 16, 20 total. I mean, obviously we'll probably want to tap something with this rather than... Oh, he got it. And it comes into play tapped. Punished for his greed. Again, using Marco as an indicator of gender, but perhaps that's presumptive. Perhaps it's just someone who's a fan of Marco Polo. Ooh, I like this. I like this muchly. Alright, so he's got 4 mana up, which means he could cast out. I think we stick to the game plan, though. We're going to tap down the mummy. I think here swing with the board. I think at this point we kind of want him to trade away with this guy. Because he's gonna start using removal spells on us now that he's got access to black mana. And then afterwards I can drop this guy down, put the counter on here or something, and maybe get in some extra damage. Alright. Oh, well, I can't actually cast him if I do that. Maybe we do just Alpha Strike. I kind of like that. But then he gets to eat our Fanbearer. No, I don't like that, and I take it back. Yeah, let's just tap this down and get in for a million and see what happens. We can play this guy next turn. It's fine. He's probably... I mean, presumably he's not going to unburden us. Like, he would have cycled that a long time ago. Alright. Maybe I don't attack with this now, either. Yeah. Okay, alright. I think this is good. I think he could... Yeah, alright. So he's just gonna block there. Nah, we'll let him think about it. This I'm sure he's not happy with the math he's having to do in his head right now. I wouldn't be. I wasn't happy with the math that I had to do in my head right now. I mean, we could win this game. I feel like we've got good board position. Right? Seems fine. Oh, I might have been able to cast this guy a turn sooner than I did. Because of this. I bet some of you were going, no! Maybe not. I think I only have like 3 people watching, so. Law of large numbers doesn't kick in. The Twitch effect. Wow, just hard cast in a supply caravan without any stuff. I guess I wouldn't want to throw something away for that either, but that's still rough. Feels bad. Feels bad, opponent. See, the dream actually would just be to get a sparring mummy, and then we just drop it down, untap our bird, and swing in for a million again. Just win. Ah, Ash. Hey, called it. There is justice in the world. This is just it apologizing for last game. And this should be game. Yeah, and I tapped too much mana for the thing. Yep. That'll do it. So we go to a game 3. An unlikely game 3. Okay, so did we really see anything new that game? No. Maybe we do want Amonkhet's name just to win one big combat. Maybe on the draw we want... Nah. On the draw. Yeah. Maybe it's just better than Cartouche of Zeal. Well, nah, because that resets our trial. Maybe this guy's just awful. Nah. We'll run it back. I may have overestimated my stamina for drafting. I will probably not do another one right after this. Besides, I don't want to get into another draft and have it storm and my internet go out and rando pick the last 20 cards in my deck. I actually went 2-1 in a draft where that happened. I think it was the entire last pack was just randomly selected. It was one of those beautiful drafts though where the deck just built itself in the first 2 packs. I had like 2 cards in my sideboard after the first couple of packs. It was one of those blue-red spells decks from one of the Innistrad blocks. I don't remember which. Those were really some of my favorites. Okay, yeah, this is keepable. Like we've got a red cycling card that we can draw that's almost like drawing a Plains. We do have a 2-drop here, and you know even one Plains and we're turned on. I don't think we have any double white spells, so. We have discovered that we do not mulligan well. Hey, no turn 1 Fanbearer. Yeah, see, if we don't draw planes by turn 3, we can just cycle this guy and find one. We'll be fine. I'm not gonna mulligan a 2-land hand with a playable 2-drop. In an aggro deck. In control deck. Whole different story. Whole different story. Control decks, Genja, by the way, or anyone else who's not familiar, don't have a lot of cheap creatures. They mostly just use... they want to try and get rid of their opponent's resources early on, and then just play a bunch of really powerful cards once you've played a bunch of lands out. So later in the game. What do we want to get rid of? I guess, like, this guy. Yeah. When are we going to play him, really? I like Impeccable Timing and Compulsory Rest, both of them here. Hey, right on time. Get rid of an Anointer Priest. That's good, because we can't beat Anointer Priest, apparently. He just blanks half our deck. Too many bears. Bear. A bear is a 2/2 for 2 mana. Oh, Cartouche Solidarity. Blech. I foresee some impeccable timing for that money. What does this do? It's going to have to exert a presumably. That's fine. He may also be holding up impeccable timing, which, yeah, whatever. Trade 2-drop for a 2-drop. Certainly feels like it. Oh no, just cycling. Okay. I guess now we can draw our monument and feel good about it. We can also cycle this dude if we really feel like it. Or we could just play the binding monument. Yeah, I kind of like doing the impeccable timing thing. Just blasting that dude before he gets too much... has too much fun with him. Ew. Well, that's... not what I wanted to see. That makes our plan bad. Alright, whatever. New target for the impeccable timing. We'll just compulsory rest this dude. Maybe that's what we should have done anyway. I don't know. I got stars in my eyes about... I think I want to hang on to the Sipdom at this point. We've already got 4 lands. Yeah, we just drew a land. Let's just hang on to it and have a really big dude. Alright. We have a menace. Alright. Collection going. Oh hey, he's also got a cradle. Bone Picker. It's just a bird. It's not a zombie, unfortunately. Does he attack? With just the warrior? Ah, smart. Do we attack and exert? We're kind of far behind here. So doing like 1.5 damage a turn is not thrilling. I mean, I'm okay with him blocking with any of these things, so we might as well play it out. We can also maybe get a blowout with impeccable timing this way. And our opponent will probably continue to play around it. Although maybe less so since it's our turn and they want us to spend mana. Okay. This I will immediately trade away for the Bone Picker if given the opportunity. It doesn't seem good to trade 3 for 2 in the air. Especially since we don't have a lot going on with our ground game. Oh no! Forced snooze. Now, so take 6. Go to 5, that's not good. Oh, it's a zombie. Alright. Things are looking grim, my friends. I think here we just like play a mummy and I don't know, die. Like what can we really do? We're taking 3 in the air and 3 on the ground. Okay, I mean we're not just dead, but we're not in a good place here. We'll keep back keep impeccable timing up as well. I guess we can impeccable timing the Bone Picker. Like block no, because then we take 5 and die. Yeah. So here we could actually just like take 3. That kind of feels bad. And if you got a trick, we just die. Do we still have to chump? I just don't know how we win. I'm gonna do this regardless, so might as well. If he's got a trick, we'll force him to play it here. He might have that white-black card that's the no, that's the white-green that's indestructible. I don't know what he could have. The 1 mana, 1 black, give a creature returns to the battlefield when it dies or whatever. +1/+0 stuff. Yes, Genja, you can destroy enemy lands. Like, there are cards that allow you to do it. The thing is, Wizards of the Coast, the people who made this game, discovered very early on that that's a miserable way to lose the game, and everybody hates it. So ever since then, they've made land destruction very expensive. So it's very difficult to starve your opponent out because they have access to 2, 3, 4 mana before you're able to start destroying their lands, and they get creatures, and you're just sitting there blowing up their lands while they're, you know, attacking you and killing you and stuff. So, so here, I mean, we just can't win without creatures, so we'll just take 3, and if they've got the pump spell, we lose. And we're still screwed, but I guess we cycle this Ceradon, because if we just play the Ceradon next turn, we lose, right? We'll have this guy available to block. He'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers. We can let the warrior through and be fine, but I guess we can also gain 2 life. That's not irrelevant. So we really want to cycle this. Land? Probably. No. So, generally speaking, Defender, the blocking player, gets to choose which attacking creatures they block. So basically, the Defender decides who gets to win the trades. However, there are, for every rule, there are a dozen ways to break it in this game. And that one, there are things such as banding is an old one that they got rid of, thankfully. A few other things. Okay, so how do we win this game? I think it's play a supply caravan. Maybe it's attack with this guy and exert, play a supply caravan, get another dude. That seems good. Okay. Yeah. I'm not certain it's the right play, but I think that if we just try and sit back and play the defensive game, we're going to get ground out regardless. Like, we're not going to... Our red-white deck is not going to beat a black-white deck as far as attrition goes. That is one of that color pair's strengths, is a grindy attrition, doing 1 point of damage at a time, draining your opponent out and making them miserable. I love playing this. They're a little trickier and constructed because they're just not... They don't apply enough pressure, really, to... So the reason why I did that is because we're getting another blocker anyway, and it's a 1 toughness blocker that still trades with these warriors. Like, that's all this guy would really be doing, is trading with a warrior. So we retain the same blocking strength that we had before, and this way we got in a little bit of damage, and we expand our board presence, which, you know, gotta win. He still doesn't have any really good attacks here. Like, he could attack with everything, and I chump here, kill that, eat that, or trade there, maybe. Yeah, no, I'd just eat that, chump, block. So he can't do anything there. He can make a zombie, but it won't have haste. He could put cartouche on something, and that'd be pretty bad. The white one wouldn't... I mean, I don't care about first strike here. It's not relevant on any of his creatures, but... let's see. Final reward. Okay, well, that's bad for us. Oh, well, what can you do? GG's. I mean, when you're on the back foot the whole game like that, there's... When you're trying to be an aggressive, there's not a lot you can do, but it's okay. I always like to draft Boros at least once. You know, I see the potential here. You get a bunch of exert dudes and just untap them and just attack constantly, and I think we just fell short in the playables department. So, good games. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and drop from the league because I don't want to suffer through a third match with that deck, and we don't get any prizes for going 1 and 2. So we will consign that one to the graveyard. And man, you know what I think I'll do? I think I will do the draft portion of another league and not necessarily play any games, because I like, this is the last free day I have for 2 weeks or something. So I kind of want to do this now. Yeah, we'll do a draft. Try and redeem ourselves, at least in the judgment portion, and then we'll call it a night. All right. Because, you know, again, storms are rolling in, and I fully expect that if there was a night where I would lose power, tonight would be it. Would be it. I really need to figure out why I default to grumbling whenever I'm on stream. I keep doing that. Okay, here we're in. Alright, we have a build around here. We have Dusk to Dawn. Destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater. Return all creature cards with power 2 or less from our graveyard to your hand. So we can take this and just build a weenie deck. Like, kind of do what we were trying to do. Other good cards here, Battlefield Scavenger is fine. Warfire Javelineer can be fun, but I don't like to first pick it. I feel like the spells deck is kind of something you stumble across as you go. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we're definitely going to go Dusk to Dawn. Other things, I I think Winged Shepherd is fine. Um, Not much else, honestly. We're taking by far the best card in the pack, and the fact that we're getting it first pick means we can really build our deck around it. We'll probably be white red or white black. Um, I don't know quite all of the power and toughness of the creatures in this set yet, but those seem the most likely combinations. Maybe blue's got some stuff, but Gate to the Afterlife doesn't do anything. We could go Ruthless Sniper. I kind of like that. Oh, Gustwalker. Actually, that's probably what we're going to take here. Well, this is a tough pick. So taking Gustwalker lets us stay white and leave ourselves open. However, we kind of already know that we want to be white, red, or white, black. And Ruthless Sniper is a really cool card. I like it a lot. There are a lot of white cards that cycle, so I think it's a good combination. It's also uncommon, so we're going to see fewer of them in general. Passing Gustwalker is kind of a sign, you know, we're passing a good white common. But I just think the Sniper is going to be a lot better. And we're not married to our first pick either. If we stumble across a really strong set of green -1/-1 counter cards, we can just do that. We can do that instead. All right. We continue to have some interesting choices here. So we now have access to start to finish, which seems awesome with what we have so far. So I think we'll go ahead and highlight that. If it wasn't that, we would take this Blighted Bat, because this also goes with our Dusk to Dawn plan. I just think this is a stronger card. Like getting two Vigilance dudes, and then blowing something up later, sort of at our leisure, is great. Also, any kind of discard effect, we get value. I just think this is a strong card. Also, it's, you know, again, this is common, this is uncommon, so we're going to have fewer chances to pick up cards like this. Whereas we are more likely to see more Blighted Bats. I'm not going to risk this not wheeling. I mean, this is the kind of card that makes you decide to go into an archetype, as we are doing now. Well, Rona's Monument is great, but I don't think that's really where we're at. Instead, we have the Spearmaster, which is fine. I almost want Fanbearer more here. Like, Spearmaster's okay, but first of all, it doesn't work with Dusk to Dawn. Like, it gets blown up. Second, there's just a lot of stuff that punishes X1s in this format. Third, there are a number of black cards that place -1/-1 counters on things, and Fanbearer is an excellent choice for that. Dropping one of those on here lets you make another creature larger, and so it also looks like green is open. We should keep that in mind. We could end up like white-green splashing black or something, or the other way around. We are kind of picking back and forth between black and white here, but I think that's okay for now. Well, we've got Aven Mind Sensor, which is great. 2/1 with flash and flying is basically all it is. I don't think there are too many effects in this set that let you search your library for anything. That said, this is still a very solid card. It's a flyer, so, you know, evasion is good. Another choice would be Compulsory Rest here, but I don't know. I think we'll have plenty of removal, and this is a good creature that we will have access to. And again, building around this Dusk to Dawn, just, you know, having turn 4 blowing up their board, like playing a bunch of small creatures, trading them all off. They play some big dudes. We blow up their board. I don't know. It seems pretty good. So we're gonna keep going with this. Here. Here we can do Bontu's Monument. I like this a lot. Seraph of the Suns is uncastable. There are some games that can go really long. Like, I could see if you were playing a very controlling deck doing this, but, like, Indestructible isn't a good keyword. Like, a 4/4 flyer is going to win most combats anyway, and there are several exile effects in the set, so it's not great. If we weren't taking the Monument, we would probably be taking this Sparring Mummy. Supply Caravan is also an option. This Pitiless Vizier is great too, I think. So that's another choice, but we don't really have the cycling thing going on just yet, and I like this drain, potential for the drain there. Here it's pretty easy cartouche. Black does seem pretty open, which is good. White maybe a little less so, but it's still fine. Like, I mean, we got a, what, 5th pick Mind Sensor? That's pretty sweet. This, I have been really impressed with this card, at least in the games that I've watched. I haven't gotten to play with it yet. This is only my 2nd draft. This is meh. It's okay in the green-blue ramp deck, I guess. I would probably take Essence Scatter over it, though. Essence Scatter is great. I'll take the Cartouche. Blue seems really open. But we're pretty committed. I like Anointer Priest here. Embalm is great. Gives you some things to do, some mana sinks later on. Here it'll be Supply Caravan. It's filler, but you know, it's got a big butt. Big old butt. I don't think we want Hazaret's Monument, but we could do this Wander in Death. That'd be fine. We've got kind of a returning things to our hand theme anyway. So I would much rather be looking out for... Okay, we'll take this for the sideboard. We might main deck it. I'll take an Impeccable Timing. And I'll take an Unburden. Okay. Those are some late picks that I'm perfectly happy playing. We can play this as a cycler if we need to. We have our Sniper here that we want to be taking advantage of. This could maybe get some value in our deck, and we got a Desert last pick. So we have potentially 15 playable cards here. I don't want to play these, but we can play them. Indestructible, yes, it is versus other creatures. It cannot be destroyed by damage or by effects that say destroy. So yeah, it just... But the thing is, if you know, you're attacking... Whoa! Well, we'll take a second Dusk to Dawn. We would be taking Final Reward or Edifice of Authority if not for that. Those are both very good cards. Followed up by Horror of the Broken Lands and Cartouche of Ambition. I would just take this pack if we could, even with all the blue and other stuff cards. But we'll take a second Wrath. That seems good. It's extremely unusual to get the same rare 2 packs in a row in a draft. I can't think of any time that it's ever happened to me. Or if it has, it's been some terrible rare that nobody cares about. But this seems great. Okay, here we could take a Devoted Cropmate. I think that's strong. Converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. We don't have too many of those so far, just 3, but we want to get more. And we presumably will. So it's pretty strong. Trial of Zeal is great, but we're not red. Binding Mummy would be the pick, probably, if not for this, since there aren't any other cards in our color except for Scarab Feast, which is not a card. I mean, I guess you can use it against stuff like this, but this is a really good pack for red. Oh, here we go. Come to Daddy. There are some good things in this pack, but this is insane. It's exactly what we want. We want to be able to cycle a bunch of stuff and grind our opponent out, control them, wrath the board a bunch. This is good. Yeah, so this lets us drain, pay 1 anytime we cycle or anytime we discard. Like, that's a really relevant clause. There are a number of instances where that might happen. What is this? Cut to Ribbons. This seems like a super sweet card, but I don't think I want to splash for it. Not when we have this, which is just a clear win in our deck. We would be taking Gustwalker if not for this. Gustwalker is great in our deck, but Faith of the Devoted is just it wins games on its own, and it's pretty ridiculous. Okay, what is this? Not something that we're doing anything with. All right. Miasmic Mummy I like. I think that's the pick here. There's also Watchers of the Dead, but I mean, it's just a 2/2 for 2. This, like, because we kind of want to be discarding stuff. We've got our Ruthless Sniper and now our Faith of the Devoted. Like I said, there are things that trigger discard that are not cycling. So this seems great. Plus, we've kind of got a zombie sub-theme going here. We can do some stuff with that. We could even, in theory, put in this Amonkhet's name, although I was really not impressed with it last match. This seems cool. Another option would be the Cartouche, but I don't know. I feel like we want to play our hand out. No, we're kind of controlling, but even so. Alright, so we're playing this on turn 4, right? So we're generally going to have 3 or 4 cards in hand, and it just gets stronger as we play more stuff out. We can play this and then play Dusk Dawn. Like if we have, 5 cards in hand, we can play that. We can do some shenanigans with that. I don't know. I just want to take it. It seems like a powerful card. And, I mean, if you draw it, if you're Hellbent and you draw it, you just have a 4-mana 6/6, which is amazing. Cartouche is great, but, I mean, we have a ton of 3-drops anyway. We already have a Cartouche at Ambition, and this Grim Striker seems super cool. Yes, please. I'm sure this is the pick, right? 0 remedies. We don't have any things yet that put -1/-1 counters on our stuff, but this just blanks some removal spells from the opponent. And that's cool. It works with our Dusk Dawn. It works with our Devoted Cropmate. Cartouche of Solidarity is fine too, and the Blighted Bat is something that we like if we saw it on the wheel, but we'll take the Vizier. Okay, so here we have a choice. We've got Cartouche, Fanbearer, Supernatural Stamina. I don't know how I feel about the Stamina. I feel like that's best in like a black-green deck that's got some bigger monsters. I'm leaning towards Cartouche. Or we could take a Jeru's Resolve, since it has cycling. It's a decent combat trick. We don't really have many Exert dudes, but we have some. And we kind of want to be able to make use of it. Is that better than... Nah, these come around all the time. I think I want the second Cartouche. Or maybe the second... Nah, let's take the second Fanbearer. It's almost as good removal-wise, and it's better with our other stuff that we have so far. Do we splash for this? Do we take it because it's just by far the most powerful card in this pack and try and splash it? Because this seems perfect. Like, we really want this in our deck if we can make it work. Like, it dies to Dusk Dawn, but it just seems really good. Kind of turns on our Grim Strider and our Ruthless Sniper. Like, we don't have to be all in on these. Like, the fact that I have 2 of them is hilarious. But... Gosh, and another Cartouche? There's just no respect. Or no one drafting black. We'll take it. Kind of want more creatures. Here I'll take a Fling for the sideboard. I guess the Scarab thing has cycling, so maybe I should have taken it just because we have a couple of cards that it's synergistic with, but here we go. Payoff. Pitiless Vizier. And we'll take another Anointer Priest. I don't know that we'll play 2, but can play this probably unplayable card. Okay, so, I mean, we've got a 2-pack deck here, which is sweet. Ooh, here's a tough choice. Cast Out versus Gravedigger. That's tough. I feel like it's gotta be Gravedigger. Like, just that with this is so nuts. And we've got a lot of removal, I think. Like, we've got a couple of Cartouches, we've got Impeccable Timing and a Ruthless Sniper. I think we pass on the Cast Out. It's an amazing card, and it cycles. Like, it is a lot of things that we want, But I think the Gravedigger here is just insane. Like, we can't get it back with the Cropmate, but, like, we could get the Cropmate back with the Gravedigger. Like, Devoted Cropmate exerted into Gravedigger, getting it back to our hand, and I don't know. It just, this seems pretty outstanding, and we can get other removal. I definitely don't want another Monument. This could be fine. We've got 2 cartouches. It seems strong. We're not really passing much. I guess a Ret Crop Spearmaster, which I don't care too much about. We've got a lot of 3s already. I can cut this Supply Caravan now and this stupid protection spell. Yeah, this seems fine. We've got kind of a token theme and some small dudes, and yeah, Trial seems great here. And it's not really a 3-drop, so it's like a 5-drop. Whoa, another Grimstrider. Is that what we want out of this pack? No, we want a Horror of the Broken Lands, for sure. It cycles, and whenever we cycle or discard, it gets bigger. Like it isn't big enough already. I don't think we want another Grimstrider here. I think one is good, and a late game bomb that we can just drop down for, make it really big. I think 2 will tend to get stuck in our hands when we have 6 cards in hand, and they don't do anything. Plus, this really is winning in this situation. So, and then actual nothing. Oh well, there's those who serve. What is this? Destined to lead. +1/+0 and gains indestructible. Meh. Seems okay, I guess. Trespasser's Curse. We could take this for the sideboard. It just kind of blanks some decks. We could take Painted Bluffs to splash this Javelineer. Gosh, this is just an awful pack. I don't know. I hope to pick up a Painted Bluffs later. I wasn't thrilled about that. Unwavering Initiate works with none of our stuff, but it's an okay card. Cartouche of Solidarity is a 1-drop that returns our Trial to our hand, and that's kind of cool. Its first strike is nice. Yeah, I kind of like Cartouche of Solidarity. Dune Beetle is also an option, but I don't know. 2 shit up. Man, people decided that they wanted to be in white-black as well. Bummer. Well, here we can take those who serve, and that's fine. Whoa! Okay, well, not white-black, just white. What the... God, do we take... I think we have to take the Sniper here. I think that's way better. We have so much that goes well with it. And, having 2 of these on the board is great. It drains them really quickly, but it's a lot of extra mana. I think that we want the Sniper. Wow, gosh. Again, I just want to take this whole pack. All right. All right. This might be awesome in our deck, actually. Blocked by a zombie this turn. I guess we'd need more embalm effects to really... We'll take it, and we'll check it out later. See if it's useful. I kind of like a Miasmic Mummy here. It's another enabler for our cycle discard stuff. Lets us get stuff in the graveyard for our things. It's 2-drop, which we don't have too many of. Like, I don't want to play this Anointed Priest, I don't think. We have plenty of... I mean, we've got 4 4-drops. I don't know. We're probably not going to actually play this guy. Unless we wheel that thing. I probably should have taken the but I don't know. We'll take the mummy. Again, I don't want another monument. That's another thing that we're going to be paying money for. Here we could just take this Scarab Feast. Trespasser's Curse is also an option. It just like blanks some decks. Actually, yeah, let's take this for the sideboard. I don't want just a, well, maybe I do want just a generic cycling card. At least one of them? Sure. We'll take a Forsake the Worldly. Maybe even play it. Main deck, we might play a couple of them. I don't think we want to try and splash that blue card. It's fine, but not really what I want to be doing. Well, we're going to have some cuts to make. This deck is awesome. This deck is great. No, we kind of want the Unburden. Put in a, like Dune Beetle. Alright. Well, gosh, this is quite the deck. Really, really interesting deck. So these are kind of 4-drops. Wow, we have a lot of... Well, but a lot of these are cyclers. Oh, so many decisions to make. My goodness. That might be something for future me to deal with. I'm getting pretty tired and a little bit brain dead. And this seems like a sweet deck. I really think that we've got a lot going on here. We've just got a lot of weenies. We've got this trial to get a bunch of damage through. Some cartouches for removal. I don't know if we'll play this monument. I don't know. Maybe we've got a lot of black creatures. Anyway, this is super sweet. I like where we ended up. The one pick I think I regret is taking this stupid thing over the Paradise splat that we could have maybe splashed this with, but even so, like, I feel like we just don't want to mess around with mana. We just, like, especially since we've got these double whites, we just want to hit this on turn 4 and just, you know, blow up whatever 2 and 3 mana, 3 power guys that they have and just swing in with a low to the ground dudes. These mummies and dung beetle, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Regardless, I think that's where I'm going to end the stream for now. And we'll pick these games back up. I don't know, maybe Sunday or Monday, something like that. We'll see. But regardless, we'll get around to it, and I will make sure to stream them. So thanks for watching thus far. That was a really fun draft. This is a much better deck than we drafted last game. Like if we put these here, basically, as just cycle cards. That as well, cycles. Oh, well, that's not a card we want to play. I don't know why that's in our deck. This cycles. I think that's going to be great. So yeah, if you look at it like this, it's kind of a different deck. But anyway, we've got, 9 cuts to make, so it will definitely be different. And I did put a lot of cards in there. Like, I don't think Scarab Feast or Time to Reflect are going to make the cut. We have a few zombies, but not a ton. Anyway, that's all for now, folks. Thank you for watching, as always. And have a good weekend. I'll see you next time.